now they have full opportunity to have a huge hard race going down into 17. 17 looks like there's still some big puddles here. And I was talking to a fan actually earlier today. Is like, okay, so does it dry easier since there's it's so bumpy? I was like, well, yes and no. The problem is since it's so bumpy, there's a lot of dips and bumps and everything like that. So water just collects in these grooves to where you go through there, and the puddles last longer than when the racetrack dries out.
And that indeed, with the track drying out, new lap record. Not just the fastest lap of the race, new lap record last time around for Felipe Nasr, 148.693. The old standard last year set by Oliver Jarvis in the Mazda, at 149.002. So new lap record for Felipe Nasr.
On a green racetrack.
Yeah, well,
and he's just improved again now, 48.14, so a new record.
The story all week, of course, here has been about how much Michelin rubber has gone down. The FIA World Endurance Championship did a full weekend of testing last weekend. Then we've had 140 cars, of which 137 were on Michelin rubber, running pretty much all week. And the track was evolving and gripping up so well up until 11:30 last night when it started to rain. And it has rained heavily all night, so this has put the track back to probably not in as good a position as it was when the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship cars first hit the track on Thursday. So this is now a whole new ball game. And do you feel that as a driver, Shelby, when something like that happens, that the track just isn't the same? It's almost like you're searching for different turning points. The front tyres aren't gripping.
From session to session, it changes completely. I mean, the track's always evolving, whether it be weather, hot, cold, rain, and especially with all the cars on the track. But this actually could have been working well into their hands, because the car might have been a little bit too tight in qualifying. All of a sudden now, since the green track, the car's more balanced, the front end's working better, and the car's overall faster. So it just really depends on how they went into the race with their setup.
The Porsches have come to life as we thought they might. The 911 and the 912. In fact, all the GT Le Mans cars, in fact, half the field now putting their best laps of the race in. But the Porsches in particular, it's Nick Tandy who's just done a 1 minute 58.1, 1 minute 58.4. So Tandy lapping at the same sort of pace as Richard Westbrook and his teammate not far off either, Earl Bamber. And they are the three fastest cars in GT Le Mans at the moment. The problem for the two Porsches is they are a lap off the lead. Through the final corner, the bright yellow 5th place Cadillac. Simon Trummer in the 84 crosses the line. Drivers who are in the cars now will be loving this. The Junkos Racing car in behind. René Binder, only 7/10 of a second, so he's got target acquired. He has something to aim at. Always get a little bit of a faster beating heart when you've got a car in front and you can see it getting a little bit bigger. Something to aim at. You're watching his brake lights. Can I take a little bit extra out of him? Of course, you've got to be careful not to overdrive. That's the thing. You get too excited. And remember, oh, I'm racing him, I'm racing him, I'm racing him. Yeah, but there's still 9 hours and 9 minutes to go. And
the team always has a plan to where he might still be, they might try to do a long triple stint here, so they could be trying to save brakes, save tires, just try to save everything. And also, once you start pushing again, it goes back to there's puddles. I just noticed on that onboard, there's still a big puddle on the exit of turn 1. So they're still not at full racing pace, I don't think, even though we're turning incredible lap times. It's still the thing to where they're still staying off the curbs. They're still not, it's not like the last 30 minutes to where they're really pushing hard. So it's really incredible the pace of the cars right now.
This is a nice little battle just beginning to come to life here. René Binder in the number 50 Junkos Cadillac, the white, green and orange car. And he's got to the point now where, forget the stopwatch, it's just a couple of cars lengths as they head onto the back straight. Bit of traffic now, and that again is an opportunity for Binder. He's closing up. He will be getting a bit of the aerodynamic draft, the slipstream as he's going down the back straight. His headlights just flicked off there for a moment, which is unusual because you normally run with some headlights on all the time. I hope that's not the portent of an electrical issue. Actually, I bet that's when he's flashing his lights. They're just going off and not coming back on again for a moment or two. As into the pit lane from 5th position is the remaining Mazda, Shea Adam.
Harry Tinknell getting some new boots as one of the mechanics actually running around to the far side of the car slipped as he came off the wall, managed to do a bit of a pirouette and maintain his footing, which was quite impressive. It is going to be a drinks bottle change for Harry Tinknell as he is staying in the car, waiting on the fuel. That's the last part to come. And this should be an interesting stop because the Mazda should have no difficulty trying to regain traction, re-engage gear. The signboard goes up, Harry revs the engine. Michelin's have heat in them now after that nice little burnout, but Harry Tinknell manages to get the Mazda moving.
Question from Sven, who's tweeted at IMSA Radio, said, did the number 3 Corvette do the 1,000-mile race yesterday, or are there 3 Chevrolets on site? There are 3. And the 63 car had been the 64 car at Le Mans for a couple of seasons, but it actually was in disguise yesterday, wasn't it? We found that out when one of the door number panels fell off, Shea.
It's also the car that won the 2016 24 Hours of Daytona and the 12 Hours of Sebring as the number 3 car, so it has had quite the life already. And yeah, the what do you call it? Photophosphorus?
Electrophosphorescent.
That. The number panel fell off on the side of the WEC entrant, and it was wearing the number 4 on the side, and appropriately, the number 4 Corvette has now come into the pit lane. Tommy Milner, who's been in that car since the beginning, is getting out. Oliver Gavin getting ready to take over, looking for win number 7 here at Sebring International Raceway, 7 or 8, actually, for Oliver Gavin, the lanky Englishman who has more wins here than anyone else entered in the race. The Michelin tires that have come off of Milner's car are literally smoking. They are now just waiting on the driver change to finish, still having a refueling. They're taking the engine cover off, John. This is not expected. The fuel nozzle has come out of the car. The engine cover is off, and 3 mechanics have completely dived into the back of this car. There are 2 down low. This was not planned maintenance for the number 4. That's in near the suspension issues. They've got actually wrenches on them. I didn't even see where that came from. As they are pulling panels out, the covers have come off. Oh, could this be an engine issue? No, not for the Corvette.
Well, it's not an easy. Well, do you know what? I was going to say it's not going to be an easy fit. They're in the back of the car. We've seen them in this area before, down by the diff, and there's a alternator or a pump belt down there that sometimes jumps off, and they have to. We've seen them do this before. I'm guessing it's something similar to that. The engine will be in that part of the Corvette in the next iteration of car. By the way, whilst Shea was telling us about that, we had a spin for the Acura number 86 at turn 17.
Ooh, the leader?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Dylan Matchman spun that car. Just got a little bit leery on the bumps, Shelby, and it's one of those things. The back end wanted to overtake the front, and sometimes you just can't fight physics.
It looked like he got a little bit offline, maybe try to push the entry a little bit too hard on it, and it's just those little bitty things. He could have hit a little bit puddle. It could have gotten a little bit on the. There's some clag or marbles, the excess from the tires, offline, so he could have gone into that. But going back to the Corvette thing, it looked kind of like they have like diff cooling, diff pumps and stuff like that. Probably a belt came off, but Corvette's been famous for overcoming these problems over the years. I mean, we've seen them at Daytona have rebuilt an entire front nose in a matter of no time. So I'm sure they'll be there in the end.
Great battle in GT Le Mans. That was, by the way, was Shelby Blackstock, who's in with us for